The time has come. It's the middle of the week, and all of you get to take a peek at an assembled collage of movie flicks in our attempt to stay under degrees of 6. This week, we're focused on the very mean Grinch, and this one will not be a cinch. From Cumberbatch to Karloff is the trip for this show, but there is a rule that you must know. Through Jim Carrey, our path must go. Our rhyme is done. It's time. Let's go.
Our first step links Benedict Cumberbatch to Gary Oldman in 2011's Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. In this adaptation of the John le Carré novel, Oldman plays George Smiley. He's actually the 5th person to tackle the role. Prior to Oldman, Smiley was portrayed by Rupert Davies in The Spy Who Came In From the Cold, James Mason in A Deadly Affair, Sir Alec Guinness in 1979 and again in 1982, and Denholm Elliott in 1991's A Murder of Quality. Of the 5, Oldman is the only one who is still with us today. Our next step links Oldman to Jim Carrey in A Christmas Carol. In the movie, Oldman plays Bob Cratchit. The role of Mrs. Cratchit went to Leslie Manville, who just so happens to be married to Oldman from 1987 to 1990. For Carrey, this is his first time appearing in a Disney film, but not his first Disney offer. According to IMDb, Carrey was given the option to voice Buzz Lightyear, but he declined. Toy Story came out in 1995. Carrey appeared in 2 movies that year, Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls, and the subject of our next link. Batman Forever, where we link Jim Carrey to Michael Gough. Gough is actually only one of 2 actors to carry over from Tim Burton's Batman to Joel Schumacher's Batman. The other, Pat Hingle, who played Commissioner Gordon. The man who would take on the mantle of Jim Gordon in the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight trilogy, none other than Gary Oldman. And finally, we link Michael Gough to the OG, original Grinch, Boris Karloff in 1968's Curse of the Crimson Altar, which was later retitled The Crimson Cult. In a completely unsubtle semi-fourth wall break, Mark Eden, who plays Robert Manning, says this.
You know what you mean. I said Boris Karloff's going to pop up at any moment.
Funny. That sounds like the kind of thing they'd point out in an episode of 6 Degrees. And that completes the Grinch trifecta. Be sure to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. You can also find us on one of our social media feeds, where you can drop us a challenge of your own, and while you're there, give us a follow so you can keep up on all things 6 Degrees.